Every win's a good win. Coaches don't like to look ahead, but given the teams coming in here next and stumbling the other night, I mean, how critical was it to come away with a victory today and make sure you take advantage of this stretch of home matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important in this league to win at home because it's so hard to win on the road. That's why losing against Utah was as frustrating as it was. I thought we did a nice job regrouping and had a good couple days of practice, and I thought we were ready to play this match. Arizona's a really good team, so even after set 3, I didn't think we were going to blow them out of the building, and they came back and played well, and we're glad to get a win.
What was the difference in that those third and fourth sets being answered by anybody? What was the difference?
Yeah, so I think we kind of needed to have a energy change, and it was I think it was on the court, it was more obvious, but I'm pretty sure watching it was obvious too that we all just needed to have a lot more energy than we did in the third and fourth set.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes set 3 is tough when you're up 2-0, and you kind of take your foot off the gas every now and then, and there's a lot of there's a chess match going on both sides with blocking schemes and who was getting the ball and stuff like that. And I think Arizona got ahead of us a little bit in both sets, and it took us a while to catch up.
Really, for all three of you, we'd start with Coach. The last 2 matches, I believe you had season high in attack errors. Only, or your 2 worst totals anyway, the season last 2, and only 19 today. I think 7 of those alone were in the 4, so much better overall. Was that something that you guys emphasized the last few days since the Utah match?
I don't know. I mean, we always talk about managing our errors. I think there's errors where we're out of system and we're facing a big double block. We need to manage that better. I think we're doing a really nice job with the ball when we're in system. So to me, it's recognizing the situation and making sure we're taking care of the ball.
For the players too, I mean, any adjustment on that front to maybe play a cleaner game today?
More along just of getting the ball to the hitters that are doing really well and feeding into the hot hitters, I would say. Mm-hmm. And really listening and communicating to the coaching staff on who to set at which times, and then it really cleans up the ball handling errors, in my opinion.
I would definitely agree, with the last part, who to set, and just trying to work on that more than we did in the past few games.
Speaking of hot hitters, Gabby was obviously one of those. She's actually the first player now in CU history to have over 20 kills and 20 assists in a match. Coach, can you kind of talk about Gabby's performance? And she had a triple-double for the 2nd straight match.
Yeah, I didn't know all those stats, but that's pretty impressive. I do know that she played extremely well, and she's a dynamic attacker when we can get her the ball in the right place. And I know that she's been nursing some injuries and is just now starting to feel comfortable and healthy, and hopefully we can continue playing at that level, because I think at one point I looked at the stat sheet, she was 9 for 10 or something like that, and to finish with over 20 kills, and in the 5th set especially down the stretch, definitely scored really well for us, so impressive.
Yeah, kind of along those same lines. I know you expected to kind of fill multiple roles, hitting and setting, but you look at the block numbers and some of those dig numbers. What have you been able to do, especially of late, to really put together this all-around game?
I don't know. That's kind of a tough question, because we work on a lot of stuff in practice. We just try to better every part of the game. So I guess just giving credit to our coaches. I don't know. It's a tough question.
Kiara,
what's it like for you to be able to, share setting duties with Gabby? Obviously you're both setters, but then you're able to set her up for attacking.
Well, it definitely makes our team a lot more dynamic, and we have a lot more options running a 6-2. And our pins do a tremendous job in general. So, and there's always constant communication between us. So, we have a really good connection, whether it's setting or telling each other what we need to be doing.
Kiara, I think you have a former San Francisco teammate on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's a good friend of yours, if there was much trash talking or anything leading up to this match.
Yeah, actually, we were roommates for the last 3 years in San Francisco, so she's really a friend of mine. It was really fun to like see her on the other side. We actually hung out last night and we kind of swapped some stories about the teams, but it's been it's fun. It was a fun game.
I mean, as a setter, it looks like she's in a
She's the right
attacker.
side, yeah.
How was it weird, kind of being on the opposite side of the net from her?
I would say it was a little weird, but we both had a lot of fun doing it, and we both said to each other before the match, win or lose, we'll still be good friends.
I think she still feels the same way.
I don't know, we'll see.
Last thing, Jess, I saw Caitlin was warming up before the game. Didn't play, but to me, maybe she's a lot closer and possibly returning next weekend.
Yeah, so Cuffy was cleared yesterday and looks better each time. You know, we're just waiting to get her into a full week of practice and comfortable. And I think it would have been a little unfair to put her in today. I don't think she's quite ready, but excited to get her back on the floor and challenging for some time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great job, girls.
Great job.